So it's pouring down rain outside. Thunderstorms are running through. So there won't be any model painting today. At least not outside. So just as a bench update on a Sunday, which I am getting a little bit done today and working through a few things. But the 959 is coming along. I actually put the body on the chassis a few days ago. And it's very, very tight. But it looks awesome. It fits perfectly once you get it in there. But it's a little nerve-wracking to get it in there. And of course when I did that, so I thought, okay, that's the hard part. It's done, right? I forgot to put the air box in here on top of the engine, and there's no way to sneak it in there from the top. So I had to pop it apart after all that finesse of getting it in. So I popped it out, and of course the front windshield and the side window popped out also. So I had to glue those back in. So then after those were dry, I got the air box put on there. I'd already had it painted, ready to go. I just forgot to put it on. So I put it on and then put it back together, and the front window fell out. So, you know, the thing with the front window is there's not a lot of, you can see how there's not a lot of lip on it. So, you know, it's the old problem we always have with models, especially with clear parts, is you want to use as little glue as possible, but you have to use just enough to make it stick, to make it stay. So, and you got to find the happy medium to make that work. Because you don't, obviously you don't want to get glue on the clear parts, because it's just, you're going to, that's the first thing you're going to see when you look at the model. So, I can put it back in. It goes in from the outside. I had it from the inside, and it actually worked. I got the body on the chassis and everything with the windshield on the inside. But then when I took it apart to put the airbox in, it fell out from the inside. So I said, well, that's okay, because it needs to be installed on the outside anyway per the directions. So, oh well, it's coming around. So I got windshield wiper blades. I have to do the front headlights, door handles, one of the mirrors, which hasn't been painted yet. And that's about it. It should be ready to go. And it's maybe some little touch up here and there. And I think it'll be finished. It's been a long haul with this car, but it's been worth it. It's just, I love the car. What else? I'm still working on the build for, of course, for the Street Machine, Jason's Blue Ox Street Machine Challenge, and it's going along good. I started on the chassis to begin with. I wanted to see how this is all going to line up, and I saw in another video, actually BG video, I believe it was, where he might have put the axle on the bottom instead of the top or something like that. But anyway, it looks like it's the axles are going to be even. So I don't want really the rake. I'm not interested in the rake. So I think they're even. So now I've got to try to find, or close to, a little bit of rake might be all right. But now I've got to figure out a wheel tire combination. To me, the tires that come with this kit are real tiny. I mean, look at the size of those wheel wells. They're huge. And the tires that came with the kit, especially in the front, because they're bigs and littles. I hate bigs and littles. So I'm going to find some tires that fit in there pretty good. And sorry, I don't have that thing on a stand. But I might go with this wheel here. If I can, once I get the rear fenders on the bed, then I'll test fit this wheel and see if I can get it to work. And then I might stick with this. This is off of a die cast somewhere down the line, but I have a whole set of 4. That doesn't work. I mean, there's 100 choices for wheels and tires. I just got to get the rear fenders on the box, and then we can see what'll happen. That's where I am with that. I'm still working on the ship model, but that's slow going. So I don't think it's going to be done anytime soon, but I'm just, you know, I do what I can, a little bit at a time. It's just complicated to paint, and I don't have any issues with that. I have not started on the rock and roll challenge car, which is the 32, which is not here even on my model desk. So I will have to wait and see getting started on that. But I want to get some major work done on this one, since this one's a 6-month project or 5-month project. But I'm kind of gung ho about it. I'm really see the 959. I was gonna start another build of another kit anyway after the 959, and this is a perfect opportunity where I can just slide right into this pickup truck. And he announced the challenge just at the right time, right when I was ready to start a new project. So a car project anyway. So I'm looking forward to getting on it. I'm going to replace the engine. I'm going to probably use, I'm going to go through all my boxes. I don't have a lot of Chevy kits. I never built a lot of GM kits, so I have very few GM, Chevy parts in my parts bin. So, but I will see what I have, and I want this truck to have something poking through the hood for sure, like a blower, supercharger, maybe a tunnel ram, but probably a supercharger. But the thing about this kit I like is that the underside of the hood is perfectly smooth, and even the top, except for the ridge line there, is pretty smooth. I've cut holes in hoods many times. It's very simple to do. You just measure it. I usually use the cardboard template and then measure it, cut it, test it, and then mark it out on the hood, and then cut the hole. So that's, you got to have the engine installed for that, because you want to make sure that the hole's just big enough to get the blower through. But I'm looking forward to that. I just gotta, when I get this chassis situation done, because the engine's going to sit in here, and I don't really want to order an engine if I have to. If I have something in-house, that's fine, but if I don't, I may have to order something online. Since this took a small block Chevy, I think I'm going to use a small block Chevy. I could use a big block, but I think it's going to cause too many issues. Nothing will line up with the stock parts. Not the stock parts, but the parts that came with the kit, like the zoomies, headers, and an exhaust system, and all that stuff that I want to keep. If I use a small block, most of those parts would probably, since that's what it came with, should hopefully match right up more or less. So if I keep it to a small block, I think that's the way to go. But you can see that, that's a deep engine bay. So we're going to put an engine in there. We're going to have, a lot of stuff on top of the motor to try to get something outside the hood. That's the plan. I have some other ideas with this, but I don't want to say anything yet. It's top secret until I get a little closer to getting some of these problems worked out. And then I have a paint scheme in mind, but I don't want to do anything with that until I get all these mechanics figured out, and then I will decide. The final decision on paint and which way to go with it will come around. So anyway, that's the update. That's what my thing is for the weekend, and it's probably going to be a busy week this week. I have a lot going on, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to get back to the bench, but we'll see how it goes. But whatever happens, happens. But I am modeling. There is stuff going on. There is some glue slinging going on. So that's the update. So I will catch you at the next video, and I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate people signing up. And please post any comments that you have on any video you watch. All those comments help me, and I appreciate them. So all the best. Catch you next time.